Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Sobotnie granie w Pilarsy. To już będzie part 5. Dzisiejszym celem jest kurs do Neketaki. Ale co ja tutaj widziałem? A, to jest ta wielka nadzieja. Tak. Nie, ty tutaj stój. Port Maj. Tu jeszcze coś było. Puszczona wioska, tylko... Ale dobra, polecimy tam kiedy indziej. A tymczasem... Tu. Go. Płyniemy. Jedzonko mają, a sprawdźmy jeszcze. 4 dni, 8 dni. Leczą się, dobrze. Czy coś im tu mogę wrzucić? Warzywkę sobie zostawimy. Go. Wielką cisza. Przeszukamy okolice. Pas strolowej skóry. Co to jest? Okej, niezłe. Wewnętrznym światłem. Weź naszyjnik. Z ogień. Okej, to niezłe. Nawigacja morska, co to jest? Dobra, damy jemu to. Jakiś skok. Tu? Co to dawało? Dobra, damy. Jemu damy to. Dobra. Ten zbierał chyba to. Okej. Mała perła. Szabla. Ale jaka? Jakiś niespecjalny. Jadeit. Turkus. Dobra. Co? O kurczaki. przywróconego talentu do pływania, emocje odnajdziemy w zakładach. Aha. Średnio mnie handel interesuje. Spadamy stąd. Zapasy i w drogę.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You feel a resonance in your core, a bell ringing in tune with all the others. Something in you bends, then breaks, and you are borne away on the ringing tide, just another peal among the many. The tide of bells recedes. You lever yourself up onto your knees and realize you have been here before. You stand in
Aha, czyli cofnęliśmy się. Czy jesteśmy w tej samej krainie?
You are alone.
To na początku.
And then you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
She intones. Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Oh.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul. A moon would do the job nicely.
Wotica says, and grins.
As if you could stop me.
Wotica says. The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Mogren's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Mogren says. Mogren looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
No I piąty teraz.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
Helia says. You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide. Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wotica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who wiped dear, desperate Ali's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault.
Mogren says.
However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice. The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time.
She says.
Both stand in his favor.
Mogren grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Mogren stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Magran speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Worika waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys other than decisive, final action.
Your opinion is unasked for and unnecessary, but noted nonetheless.
The Pallid Knight says. Though her tone is impassive, the banked fury in her eyes says well enough what she thinks of your interruptions.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin.
Wow. Poznaliśmy bogów. Co ty tutaj masz? Co to jest? Fragmenty szeptów. Ekstra pomniejsza. No to jakieś badziewie jest. Ale bierzemy to. A, to jest ta matka.
Can do.
I'm glad to see you in good health, my lady. I suggest we proceed to Nekataka, my lady. It is the largest city in Deadfire, and we shall be better able to get our bearings there. With Kontynuacja in ruins, there was little purpose in waxing sentimental over the rubble. I was able to salvage enough of your treasure and wealth to afford the purchase of the Defiant and the hire of a small crew. Unfortunately, that consumed the remainder of your once considerable assets. Under the circumstances, I hoped you would not object.
A idź.
With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand. They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul. Go madder than I already am? I don't rightly know. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me. Tell me what's on your mind? We talking during the Saints' War or after he died? Well, before he died, he was still Aethys as the majority of my brethren know him. Aethys embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aethys died. And I think a part of him did, the part he'd most closely woven into living flesh, the part that represented life, and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian rot and falling away. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening. I'm glad we talked.
Yes? One would hardly imagine that a colossus made of glowing ardra could be so hard to find. But then I suppose the gods wouldn't have chosen you if the task were easy. Well, they seem largely competent. I would feel better about that were they not run by profiteers and animancers.
Paskarze?
Governor Clario seemed honest and well-intentioned. So one wonders why he was stationed at such an out-of-the-way post. I'd heard Deadfire had a pirate problem, but I had no idea how large it was. Or how fashionable. Still, the only thing more dangerous than a unified pirate nation is one at war with itself. I worry about who will be caught in their crossfire. As a matter of fact, I did. I saw my mother for the first time in years. She was well. She'd been living with her Thane for quite some time. I don't think she'd been to see my father since I left. I used to blame her for her long absences, for not intervening directly with my father. He was an exacting man with a violent temper, one that often found its outlet in me. I realized that she was torn between two demanding roles, and two demanding men. I used to resent her for failing to protect me, but I understand now that her absence is what allowed me to grow. Intentionally or not, she gave me the space I needed to learn a degree of independence. Thank you. It felt good to resolve that much. It's one thing to forgive my mother for her absence. Quite another to excuse him. My father was steward to an earl in the Seathwood. My mother entered into a hamnig with a Thane when I was very young. I think they must have loved each other once, but I recall little evidence of it. It was. It's been a while since I've been able to speak candidly with anyone, especially about the Leaden Key. It's unexpectedly liberating.
Fajnie. Czy z tą też muszę gadać?
Hey, look who it is.
A jak to się wychodzi teraz? Dobra, trzeba spauzować grę, bo nie wiadomo. Przeczytaj. Talent, to może ostatnio nasza nauczyciela. Proszę, w zęzie. W zęzie, gdzie jest zęza? Trochę daleko. Ja najpierw bym tutaj dopłynął. Jaki jest cel? Tak, to jest wielkie. Za dużo. A jak tam na pokładzie? 2 dni, 5 dni. Michę mają, jest ok. blisko już. Pieczara, okej. Zastrowka wpadnie. Aha, już ekipa.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
I'm the harbor master, Kauha. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka. Yeah, you do need to see someone, truly. I think it's the animancers in the spire you're looking for. To help with your head.
Show them. Show them what you are.
Koncentruj się i odsuń zasłony między świata. Okej.
Yes. Yes. That's it.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
No i pory pełne.
I think I got a ghost up my nose there. That's better.
No i po co fikali? Okej. Ile do... A, to jest ten list od tego gościa. I po co fikał? Jedzonko. Żywność wędzone żeberka. Klikam pomiędzy sieci. Obrażenia fizyczne z wielkiego wyrzeczenia. toaleta. Zobaczmy, jak to idzie. To jest końcówka.
Quiet as a cat's paw. We're all in this together.
Teraz pewnie przyleci ten mosiek z kimś mądrzejszym. Tak pewnie będzie. Dobra, jak wygląda miasto? Wow. Tu mnie trochę czeka. Szkutnik. Trzeba będzie wszędzie przejść. To będzie ciekawe.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? Take your time. I'll give you space to...
Siła mroku. No skradanie to. Nic ciekawego. Dobra, co mamy pierwsze z brzegu? Chodźmy tu. O.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? You'll...
Łowca.
Welcome! Venturing out, of course.
Jakim jesteś żeglarz?
Dora must think I work for free.
Quiet as a cat.
Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes. Hazard of the work, really. Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it. Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net. One where I mend Principe ships and no others.
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in. You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully. It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it? Ugh. Come.
Pokaż, co masz na sprzedaż? Co ty? Co? $64,000? Świński ryj. Wiem, że mam jedną kotwicę. Znaczy to nie kotwicę, tylko działo. Ile to jest warte? 70, aha. Ma tylko do statku. Ale 64. Wow. To jeszcze ma to wszystko. To jest następny. Idziemy zgodnie z duchem wskazówek zegara. Główne ryby osy. Tu byłem. Bo że tu się nie da, to idziemy tu. Ale warto zrobić save'a. Part 5a. Zobaczymy, czy szybciej to coś tam. Nic nie ma, save'ik. Zaułek, broń i zbroję przy porcie. A co jak wygląda tutaj? Dobra, pójdziemy tu.
I'll see what I can find.
Dom przy królewskiej. O? Zapomniany pies. Chodź.
If you want to get a locked...
Co mi to dało? Miedziaki. Słabe rzeczy. Psiaka tylko co mam. Aha, co się stało?
Captain, you eyeing that fresh shat bare paws lump of lumber yonder? That be the misery's delight. Molnage's pus-stuffed
O
canker.
czym on gada?
Molnage, High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire. Unfortunately, also the second best ship hunter around. After yours truly, of course. Doxy popped a hard on and a half for hating me the tick I joined the sorcerer. Romaro shielded me from the worst of her training. When they bountied him, I figured for sure the Rat Queen would be the first rat up the gangplank. Molnage be up in Romaro's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon as sighted. Come on, Cap.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper. I assure you that everything I sell is well crafted. But I will admit I'm not quite the weaponsmith that Marihi is, nor do I possess Uto's expertise with firearms. Marihi you can find in Pariki's Overlook, the district to the north. Uto has a shop in the Brass Citadel, in the eastern part of Nekataka. Lots to see. Take your time.
O, fajne. żeby to kupić, ale to 7,5 klocka. Solidna, duża tarcza. Kurczę, mają fajne rzeczy. Coś skórze to sprzedamy. Albo nie, nie będziemy tego wejść.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says, "The consuet. You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood. I thought Remaro's pup kept better company."
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring to yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphin. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough.
Czwóreczka.
Complanka. Cotter does not doubt his eyes. What do you want? Zamar has money problems. Cotter has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this as friendly fucking chats. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
Look, Selezia, your supper comes with blue fur. Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback.
You've got to ask, Cap. The Principe deal be the all-round winner. Zamar gets himself steady work, the pirates know they're looked after, and you and me get to shove off from this mess with the Principe favor in our hold. Charting another course risks running us aground of everyone's bad side.
Better that you listen to the hairy piglet. Cotter will see that his casita knows your name. There's also coin to spare. And Cotter will get you the Principe discount on Zamar's goods. Deal? You're letting go of a good deal. Zamar can keep Principe ships afloat. Cotter tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks.
No to sorry, ziomek.
We got trouble, folks.
To my jesteśmy. Więc ty skok tu. Ty jest ten mały popapuraniec. Ty wezwiesz tak. Chyba jeszcze raz. Jeszcze jeden skok. Tak. Co tu przeżyło?
Yes?
Muszę powiedzieć, że niezła bitka. Co zyskałem? 5 do hartu, no dobra. Coś jeszcze? Ale to słabe jest to wszystko.
What you can do. Care told me that. There's always a way.
Of course.
No i sklepaliśmy maśków. Czy coś tu jeszcze było? Zaułek ogarnięte. Droga na punt, to się tak idzie jakoś. A stąd. No dobra, czyli co? Wracamy tutaj do niego. W strasznym badziewie. Albo nie, to damy jemu, bo ma mało. Dłuższa historia handlu, niedługa historia. Na speedzie. Tu nie ma kamery podążającej. O, level wpadł. Otwieranie zameczków i wnikliwość. Który poziom? 6 już. Jest 20. Przerażenie i choroba. A, czyli muszę rozdać punkcik. Nie. Na hartu. Do refleksu. Ale to już mam. Uderzenie myśli. Oni już są na miejscu. Gdzie jest ten typ? A tu jest Samara.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling? Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Redora? Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles? Did she now? Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it. That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove. 1,000 is plenty less than I offer. You seem to know the value of an honest day's work. You will? I mean, you will? Your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a belly full of... come take a...
Od razu ceny się zmniejszyły. Super, super. Jeszcze podróży. Okej, kończymy stąd. Quest zrobiony. Wiedza tajemna. I historia. Widmowe ostrza, to było spoko. Promień 2,5 metra mdłości. Kwasik był ok. Też wiedza tajemna. A to był ten... Dobra. Mamy obrotność. To brzmi ciekawie. Jeszcze jeden mosiek. On ma skradanie. To pójdziemy teraz w materiały wybuchowe. Dwie bronie. Jest roztrzęsienie. Poziomów siły. Walcz akurat. Okej, to jest ciekawe. Dogram 2 dwuręcznymi. Chyba tak. Okay, go. Dobra, robaczki.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard. You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person either. It'd be a welcome change from the gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principe, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew. Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the gentleman meant leaving the sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known. I never knew no kin till the sorcerer. They be my salt family, and to me, that'd be better far than blood. Now don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I board it. Now, I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the gentleman, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye openings. And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust. I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding. I know, were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more. Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a Zorip fetish. Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse than what they fancy you. Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together, I thought mayhap she were in deepest love. Aye, Captain. You ain't farting out your mouth there. As I said, I never rightly figured it out. It worked that I were all in, given she were too. Romaro said she might have been emerald green with envy, but I'll be well herself if I know what's of. Well, thank you kindly for the caution, Captain Watcher. I'll set myself to practice. You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Jeden do... Ale to jest takie se. Ludzie. Co i po kondycji? Dostanę 3 życia więcej. A to? Intelekt, historia, wnikliwość. Super rzecz. Już lepiej dać to komuś innemu. Masz. A ty co masz? Okej, no to wiadomo. Także drużyna go. Wyłączyć to. I kierujemy się do tego domku. To jest żelazny grom. A, 4 razy żelazny grom. Panie. Dostałem takich 4. Czyli mam 2T, 3T. No, grubo, grubo. A ty co? O, ci już prawie. I co, oni wyżarli już część tego? Wody jeszcze mają. 7 na dobę. Żarcia 7 na dobę. No dobra. Jeszcze mi starczy. To można zrobić save'a. Part 5b. Kim ty jesteś? Robero.
We're full up, I'm afraid. If you're looking for lodging, you'll have to hope there's room at the tavern. You'll find Otello Valera upstairs in his study. Well, as they say, business can always be better, yes? I'm sure I needn't bore you.
Dobra, nudzi.
Keep your weather eye open.
Podamy jemu.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
Okej, udało się. Nie ma bólu. Jest ktoś. Zakręciomistrz. Strażnik. Co to jest za wejście? Do czego to jest? Siadłość, dawaj na górę. A muszę sprawdzić jeszcze, ile expa potrzebuję na następny level. Bo strasznie szybko leci. Marino.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls. Courtly manners are welcome here. My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it. What can I do for you? Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
Dobra, a ty?
A new face to the Valera Hall. I always make time for chatter. Say what is drama? An acceptable answer. I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Dobra. Może z nim trzeba pogadać.
Good night, Watcher. We can speak in the morning.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Not sure I can.
Dobra, ty.
There's always a way.
Czy uda mi się stanąć? Dobra. Tak, ty oświetlaj. O kurczę. Spadła stąd. Nie wierzę. Teraz mu się chodzić zachciało. I co zrobisz?
I'm with you. There are many things that move through fire and find themselves the better for it afterward.
Co za frajer. Teraz się musiał uruchomić.
Hey there. You can trust me.
I shall be discreet.
Don't think I can pull that off.
Śmieci.
If you want to get a lock to open up, that went well.
Co? Na skraju śmierci? Leczenie to właśnie dzięki spożywaniu żywności na odpoczywanie w gospodzie. Okej.
There's always a way.
Dobra.
Real quiet now. You need my help? Can do. I'm with you.
Dobra, spróbujmy. O, przełapano na kradzieży.
I'm with you. We're all in this together. You mean like this?
Nie no, przecież takiego badziewia to nawet nie będę ruszał.
All in this together.
Stąd wyszli? Sejwik.
There's a key for every lock. That went well.
O Boże, dobra, los. Już awantura.
I did not coin this spell speak.
I see where you're going with this.
No dobra, pogadaliśmy sobie, ale co mi to dało? Symbole śmierci. Ale za grube, tak. Czy ja dostałem jakiegoś questa do nich? Chyba nie. A to co to jest za wyjście? Dobra, jeszcze 35 minut pogramy i zobaczymy co dalej. Tylko muszę konsolę odpalić.
Where is my Medico? Where is that spoiled brat? I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and its Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. Fuck. A face from the motherland is a welcome sight. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other. Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Lara.
I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats. Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return. Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge.
W południowo-zachodnim mieście.
If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
Co to jest? Co to za emota? Lśniący młyn. Gdzie jest ten szczur? Lara. Królewskiej przystanie. Południowo-zachodnim moście lub za wodospadem w dzielnicy. Czy tu jest jakiś wodospad? Tu chyba. Dobra, znajdziemy gluta. Go to. Ale zaraz. Zbieramy questy. I dopiero.
I'll handle it for you.
Dim in the lantern.
A, ci do Waediki znowu. Jezus, ale za dużo tekstu.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Widzę skrzynię.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet or a cap.
If you want to get a lock to open up, you gotta listen to it. There you go.
A zaraz to możemy odpocząć do poranku. Na tym obszarze nie można. Okej.
The newcomer. I thought you might visit. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies. If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on. Are you still with me? I'd venture that you're working too hard. Ugh. My bank shoulders the cost of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valiant may wipe themselves unless a Bardato's signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse. Farmhand.
I just hope Laro doesn't bring ridicule to the Bardato name.
You need my
I
help?
shall be discreet.
We're all in this
Chodź
together.
tu,
Hey there.
a ty się rusz tu.
We're all in this together. You mean like this? I'm with... I see where you're going with this.
Zobaczmy ten skarbiec.
Welcome to the Bardato Vault. You have an appointment, madam? Then you are welcome. After she sends a messenger to vouch for you.
Aha. No to ładnie. No spadamy stąd. Czy teraz mogę odpocząć? Bo... Tak, trzeba będzie tutaj wbić. Wbijemy do gospody, tam odpoczniemy. Wyleczymy się, o.
Let's take a look.
You need my help?
Tutaj?
You can trust me.
Ach, nie pójdzie tak.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face. How might I assist you? Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And it used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he? He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea. I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. So, do you mean it? This is... wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Aimika. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island? I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Mage. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful.
Hi, co i tyle?
Welcome back. How might I assist you? Certainly, certainly.
O kurde. Ciekawe, ciekawe. Ale dziękuję. Chodzimy stąd. Go taverno teraz. No ty kim jesteś? Strażnikiem.
The Queen is holding court today. The Valiant and Rowatine.
To jest gospoda na wodzie? Nie. Ty jesteś strażnikiem? Nie. A ty?
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector. What business brings you to my mill? Okay? You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions. Maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor. I direct luminous milling for the Valiant Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And I'm quite good at it. You want to know more? Buy me a drink first, per guano.
Podsuwa ci palec do obejrzenia. A.
We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per complankenet, it is really not so complicated. Good day.
O, miła rozmowa. Miła rozmowa.
Why my eyes be open?
Idziemy na balkon. Nawet w młynie są strażnicy. Kurde. Nie ma to tamto. Mokry pies. Ojej, bierzemy go.
Let's take a look.
To jest wyjście? A jest coś tutaj.
Real quiet now.
Dawaj, tutaj zrabujemy trochę. Podoba stąd.
I'll do what I can. I'm not sure I can do that.
A nie. Jak odejdzie, to wtedy ciach tutaj. O skrzyneczkę.
We must do what we can do.
Dziękuję.
You need my help?
Seraphin, thought we agreed you'd stay out of my...
I weren't in your head, lad. You think like an ogre snores. Would be a fool and a half not to make sure them thoughts ain't full up of trouble.
What do you think?
Nothing particular, just, anything.
You mean like this?
Coś tutaj. Tu.
Shh. Keep your voices down. My cullies.
Nędzarz. Dzika kacz. O, tu chyba jest gospoda.
I don't have a voice for shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Mam taką nadzieję. Chodź na tu.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
Jowialny.
Now, what can I do for you? See anything you like?
A, dawaj. Jedyne co sobie żałowałem. No, wyleczyłem się. Coś jeszcze mogę im wyrzucić? Starczy. Jak z nimi?
Now, what can I do for you? You're in luck, friend. The Wild Mare employs a number of courtesans skilled in satisfying a wide range. You'll find them upstairs. They handle their own coin too, so no need to go through me. Be seeing you.
Będą sceny jak w Wiedźminie.
Enjoy coin, my friend? Can you lift the sword?
Is that old man?
Kim ty jesteś, muzyk? O, spadowa. Powinna być tancerka chyba.
You need my help. You can trust me.
Pan.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dressed as funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead. Andra's crushing void, I thought as much. Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%. The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back. I can't thank you enough. No one's been willing to so much as tell me the date until you came along. The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Analis. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. What do you want to know? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. Really, the title is a mockery. It means nothing to me. The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now. The perk of being an elf, eh? It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that. Hey there.
Ty. Dawaj.
Can do.
Kurczę, teraz tyle tu siedzi. O, postać się zbugowała. Trójka jest w środku.
There's always a way.
Sejwika, czy uda się? Tak, uda się. Pod warunkiem, że nikt tu nie Kurczaki. Się zachciało iść. Dlaczego oni tak chodzą na zmianę? Idźże se stąd, no. Jakie to są rzeczy? Trzeci.
We can do. Kier told me that.
Cała ekipa. Dawać tu, obok.
That's just not something I can do.
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually. Not yet, but I know that we will be fast friends. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for... 1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda, never did it go this poorly. Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, Amika? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak? You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then. I will start you on Meria. the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Mage and heading west of Mage Island. Agrasima, you have but to ask. It is true that I have stumbled in my career path. Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success. It's not all bad, but the momentum of meeting new clients over drinks and in such enchanting company.
Okej, dobra. Czyli mamy questa tutaj. Oswald, czyli iść na górę. Żyły ory. Do pałacu, więc saveik. Idziemy jeszcze tu. Dobra, wy się wycofać.
I'm with you. I see where you're going with this.
Dawaj rybę, dawaj to.
You can trust me.
Kapitan Radora.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico. Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. Ado, why do you stare? Agrasima, even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, sere.
Czyli co, ona obraża? Przeprosiny? No, siostro.
Next time around the wheel, perhaps. The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora.
Czy ty jesteś kimś znanym? Tak, żeglarz na górę. Go. Dobra, jeszcze 6 minut. Tu się ładnie wiją. To jest chyba gość. To fail. I tak. Mephisto. Kim ty jesteś?
I'm with you. Can do.
Pogadać się nie da. Żeglarz.
See something you like? Aloth! This is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
This is Ymir, an old friend from my academy days.
A pleasure to meet you. It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested, I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikitaka. As you can see, a handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead. I suppose. I was raised in the same as any of the courtesans here, I imagine. I showed an aptitude. I trained with a master, and when I was ready, I began accepting clients of my own. There is more to every story, but the rest of it belongs to me, and I don't care to till later then.
No to won. Zawracaj mi 4 liter. Sejwik. Z stołu.
I'll handle it for you.
Co oni tu mają? To dla ciebie, reszta. Zanim mnie wygonią. O, to jest boska ognia.
Be open.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
Mieszek.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask. Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling. Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work. Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a malware and death godlike.
Boskich śmierci.
The pay's good and my clients are interesting enough. You caught me there. The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean? Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window. Where to? No kidding. I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit? Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
I co, on dołączył do mojej ekipy czy do statku? O Boże. 2 barbarzyńców. Aha. Znaczy tylko 5, no.
Dim in the lantern.
No szkoda, szkoda. Czyli ostatnie rozmowy. Tutaj z nią. Tutaj zamku 8.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba. 100 copper pans, a reasonable feed to experience the sublime words of Adir's greatest poets, don't you think? Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
$250.
Absolutely not. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can— I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. Oswald has visited oft of late.
He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him? Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Dobra. Dawaj dziennik. Teraz periki. O wasz. W wolnej chwili. No dobra. I zrobimy tutaj cięcie. Jeszcze szybki save'ik. Part 5. 5C. Dobra, save'iki zrobione, więc dziękuję wszystkim za oglądanie. Może zaraz odpalę save'a, znaczy live'a z Destiny, jeżeli się zbierze ekipa chętna na raid, więc tymczasem papatki.